A few days before a big earthquake hit, strange things started happening. Snakes came out of their holes in the middle of winter. Dogs barked and howled for no reason. Fish jumped out of the water like they were trying to run away. Then, hours later, the ground shook hard. This isn't just one story. For hundreds of years, people all over the world have seen the same thing before earthquakes. Cows refuse to go into
Come on,
barns.
big girl, it's time to get inside.
Birds fly away from their nests. Frogs come out in huge numbers and start moving days before anything happens. So is this just an old myth? A coincidence? Or can animals really feel something coming, something we can't feel at all? To find out, we need to look at what animals can sense and what it might be telling us about the Earth. Let's start with the big question. Can animals really predict earthquakes? Scientists have studied this for many years, and the honest answer is we're still not completely sure. But there are some very interesting clues. First, let's talk about what an earthquake actually is. Deep under the ground, huge slabs of rock called tectonic plates are always pushing against each other. Most of the time, they move slowly and quietly, but sometimes stress builds up between them like a rubber band being stretched tighter and tighter. When that stress finally releases, the ground shakes. That's an earthquake. Now here's where it gets interesting. Before that big release happens, small changes may occur underground. Rocks can crack under pressure. Gases trapped in the earth, like radon, can leak out. Electric charges can build up in the ground and in the air. And the earth can shift just a tiny bit, so small that humans can't feel it at all. But animals, many of them have senses far sharper than ours. Take snakes, for example. They live underground, close to the rocks that are under all this stress. Some scientists believe snakes can feel very small vibrations in the ground long before we can. In China, in 1975, this idea became famous. Officials noticed snakes coming out of their winter burrows early, along with other unusual animal behavior. They warned people in the city of Haicheng to evacuate. Just hours later, a massive earthquake hit. Because people had left their homes, thousands of lives were saved. That event became one of the most talked about cases in earthquake history. But here's the tricky part. Scientists still don't agree on whether the animals actually predicted the quake or whether it was mostly luck, combined with other warning signs. Let's look at more animals. Catfish are one of the most famous examples. In Japan, old legends say that catfish become restless before an earthquake. Some researchers believe this might be linked to electric and magnetic changes in the water, changes catfish can sense through special organs in their skin. Modern scientists have even run experiments to test catfish behavior before quakes, though the results are still mixed. Then there are dogs. Many pet owners report their dogs acting strange right before an earthquake, barking, pacing, or trying to hide. Dogs have incredibly sensitive hearing. It's possible they can hear very deep, low sounds coming from inside the earth. These sounds happen before the big shock wave that we actually feel. So, while it might look like a dog is predicting the earthquake, it might really just be hearing it a few seconds before we do. Birds are another mystery. Before some earthquakes, flocks of birds have flown away from an area all at once, only to return once the danger passed. Some scientists think birds may be sensitive to changes in air pressure or electric charge in the atmosphere, changes that might happen right before a quake. And then there are toads. In 2009, right before a major earthquake in Italy, researchers were watching a pond full of toads for an unrelated study. Days before the quake, almost all the toads suddenly left the pond. They didn't come back until after the earthquake was over. This case caught global attention because it happened to be recorded by scientists in real time, not just remembered afterwards by witnesses. So, what's really going on? Most scientists agree that animals are not seeing the future. They're not magic. What they might be doing is sensing tiny physical changes, ground vibrations, gas leaks, electric shifts, sounds too low for us to hear, changes that may happen minutes, hours, or even days before an earthquake strikes. The problem is, this isn't easy to prove. Animals also act strange for totally normal reasons: weather changes, hunting other animals, mating season, or simple hunger. So separating true earthquake warning signs from normal animal behavior is extremely difficult. This is why even today, no country in the world officially uses animal behavior as a real earthquake warning system. Instead, scientists use seismographs, GPS sensors, and computer models to track the Earth's movement. But some researchers still believe that animals could become part of future warning systems, especially if combined with modern technology. Imagine sensors on wild animals tracking their movement in real time, watching for early signs no human machine has caught yet. Whether or not animals can truly predict earthquakes, one thing is clear: nature is often paying attention to signals we don't even know exist. And maybe, just maybe, the next time your dog starts acting strange for no reason, it's worth taking a second look. Maybe the Earth has always been trying to warn us. We just haven't learned to listen the way animals do. Science may not have all the answers yet, but every strange story, every restless dog, every fleeing toad brings us one step closer to understanding it. If this made you look at animals a little differently, hit like and subscribe for more videos like this. And let me know in the comments, has your pet ever acted strange right before something happened? I'd love to hear your story. If you want to see how animals sense danger in other extreme situations, like sensing storms or predators from miles away, that video is coming up next.